All right, well, I'd first like to welcome you both to One Piece Ministries. This is a mediation organization who helps churches with different types of issues that they struggle with as far as with disputes. First of all, I just wanted to commend you today. First off, this is a huge step for the both of you coming in here, wanting to resolve this issue in an orderly manner and want to come together and resolve this and have a positive outcome. First of all, I want to tell you that mediation is very, very successful. Any type of mediation you get into is upwards of 80% success rate. Here we have about a 93% success rate with our cases that we deal with. So I want to first of all let you know that we are very successful here, and mediation is a very successful process. What I want to do is tell you a little bit about mediation. Sometimes that can be a little bit confusing. Some people may think it's arbitration where you come in and you give both sides and I decide on what the ruling is going to be, or sometimes it's misthought as a judgment process, but that is not the case at all. Today, both of you will be coming together, collaborating to produce an outcome, a result that is favorable for both of you. I will only be here as a neutral third party. I'm only here to listen, to help you resolve these issues, help you get through these issues, help you identify them, and help you come to that resolution. But again, I will not be the one making the decisions. It will be you. I'm only here to facilitate and empower you as someone who is a decision maker in this process. What I want to do first is ask you, we've talked before, and it's Chris, correct? Is that okay if I call you throughout the process Chris?
Yes.
Okay, and Allison, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that okay if I call you by Allison throughout the process?
Yes.
Okay, great. What I want to do next is kind of explain what we're going to do through the process. What is going to happen is, after I've kind of explained everything, we're going to sign an agreement to mediate, so that both of you will sign this, understanding the rules and what the process is going to be like. And then what we'll do then is move into what we call the storytelling process, where each of you will get to share your own side of the story. Now, in this storytelling process, what I want to make clear is that we want to be very respectful. We have some ground rules that we have for mediation. Respect is one, and how you show respect is by allowing the other person to speak when it's their turn to speak, and you yourself not speaking over them, interrupting them, and things like that, not saying derogatory things, calling names. These are the things that we expect in the mediation process, not just as rules, but this is going to aid us in the process. It's going to make it so much smoother. The more that we abide by these rules, the better the process is going to be, and the more fulfilled you're going to feel. I promise you. I've seen many types of mediation, and the better this goes, the more comfortable and the better you guys are going to feel. So what happens is I have the notes for you here. You each have a notepad and a pen. What I would like you to do is, while the other person is speaking, if something arises that you just don't agree with, or you may have a urge to sudden outburst. Sometimes that people do that. They want to outburst or say something really quickly. I would ask that you hold it in, take that pen and piece of paper and write down what it is that you have. And whenever it's your turn for storytelling, it'll be your chance to bring it up. And then as we go through the process, any other concerns you have while someone is speaking, go ahead and write those down. Now, after the storytelling process, we're going to move into a time to where you guys are going to be able to talk about solutions. You're going to be able to come up with solutions yourself, trade them off, and see how you like them, see what you can, what you can't do, and we'll go through that process. And the same rules apply in that as well. Also, if you have cell phones today, I ask you please turn those off before we get started. That way, thank you, Allison. That way that just keeps us from having any interruptions and anything to withhold the process. We are going to be here we have the room for 3 hours today, but that doesn't mean that we'll take all that time. It may take that time or less. We hope that it'll take less. We hope that it's a very smooth process. Normally it doesn't, but we have it reserved for 3 hours. Now there aren't any time constraints within this next 3 hours. Is that correct with both of you? Okay, great. Well, also about interruptions, if you absolutely have to use the restroom, there's one outside, but I would ask that we try not to leave the room if at all possible. We want to stay in here. We want to get all these things out and in a smooth process, and interruptions only kind of hinder that. So, but I do understand if there is an emergency. Now, something different about One Piece that you might know, we are a faith-based mediation. So what that entails is that not only we're going to look at the substantive issues that we have today, but also we're going to work to better see each other in different lights and create a better relationship between the two of you, so that within the bond of Christ we're able to move forward and work together in a peaceful environment, in a peaceful way. Hence, where we get one piece is what we try to do with our mediation organization. Let's see here. Let me just check to make sure I went over everything. Also, confidentiality. That's something else that you might be concerned about. Everything here is confidential. After the process is finished, all the notes that I've taken and that you've taken will be destroyed, and that they will not be used. I cannot be used in the court of law to testify against any of you. Everything here is confidential. We will leave with an agreement of what you two have agreed upon today. It will be signed. It will be legally binding. It will be notarized. But everything else will be destroyed, and we'll move on, and this mediation process will basically be forgotten. So that will be how that goes. That is all stated in the agreement that I'm about to give to you. Also, as I've talked to you before, we will have you disclose all the payment issues about what's going to what you guys are going to pay. So that's okay, right? We've got all that work done. Okay, great. All right then. Well, if you guys will sign, if Allison first, I'll just let you sign wherever. If you'll sign that, then we'll go ahead and begin to get started. All right. All right, great. Well, again, I just want to commend you both on coming here today. Like I said, this is a big step for both of you. I really, after meeting with you privately before, I believe that both of you have great potential to really resolve these issues and work together in a peaceful and a happy way after this. So, Chris, since you brought this to mediation, why don't you go ahead and start with the storytelling?